How's it gaming? I'm Phil in the Blanks, and welcome back to the Black Box Files with file number 8, Clu Clu Land. And this is definitely the most bizarre and out there game we've seen on the Black Box Files so far. How do we even explain Clu Clu Land? I'll let the attract screen kind of go on a little bit. This is a two-player mode. But you play as that little red, weird bubblefish named Bubbles, and the whole point of the game is to grab the pegs to kind of rotate around, to change your direction, and uncover a picture or design from these gold ingots. They look like rupees from the first Zelda game. And it's, I guess you could call this a maze game, like a Pac-Man kind of clone, but something very different, because that's very Nintendo, very different. And yeah, in North America, this wasn't a super popular game. It's much more popular in Japan. I think the reason why is because the controls. Bubbles actually has to reach out with her arm and grab the pegs, and you kind of start rotating around, and you let go to kind of where you want to go. So it's very, very difficult. But let's just jump in there. There are 20 maps, or like designs, I guess, and they are actually randomized, which is pretty cool. So a couple firsts for this game, for the NES, is one, this is the first time we have a female protagonist in Bubbles. Now that's kind of yes and no. In the American lore, or the manual, and in Smash Brothers, when they have little descriptions of Clu Clu Land, Bubbles is described as a girl. But in the Japanese version, I think Bubbles is just not described with any gender whatsoever. So take that how you want it, but I guess canonically, in North America, this is the first NES game with a playable female character. Because, I mean, all the other games you're usually playing as faceless men playing sports, or you're playing as you, right? In Duck Hunt, for example. Look at a happy face it looks like. There we go, first level. But yeah, all the levels are randomized, but second first, this is the first NES game with, like, levels. And I guess you could say that with Duck Hunt and Golf and all that, but, like, I think, like, more than just with Golf, it's just here are 18 holes, and it's always the same 18 holes, and you can't, like, start on a different one, and you can't really fail, you just kind of keep going. And this is level 2. But the fact that it's randomized is pretty neat. I think that's the only thing that kind of kept my interest a little bit while playtesting this game. I did not grow up with this at all. It is very difficult to get used to the controls. Out of all the games I've played so far on the Black Box Files, this is easily the most difficult in terms of controls, because it's like, right now it's not too bad, this is like medium speed, but then it gets super, super fast, and Bubbles can shoot like this sonar kind of thing that can stop the urchins, and it's such a weird game. It's so video gamey compared to everything else we've seen, but we're going to start seeing more video gamey ideas and whatnot, which is really cool, because, hey, I play video games because I want them to be, you know, not entirely realistic, though that is fun, of course, too. But I like how the NES's launch, with 17 of its games, you know, like, it's not all sports titles, it's not all platformers. They really didn't stick to a single genre. They really wanted to do a lot, and give the player, the consumers, a lot of choice with what they could get out of the NES to really prove, hey, this is different than Atari, this is different than Mattel, this is different than Coleco, and I think they did a good job. Now, I don't think a lot of people probably chose Clu Clu Land, because especially with the black box games having a more authentic artwork on their covers, they're kind of trying to emulate what the actual game looks like. This game probably looks like it makes absolutely no sense if you just saw the cover, which you did at the beginning of this video. By the way, if you fall into the little weird portal, that will kill you. It's where the urchins come out. Ooh, I think this is a submarine. I like this one. Yay. We're going to try to do one loop of the game. I don't think you see every level that way, but after one loop, the game kind of increases its difficulty, and instead of uncovering an ingot every time you pass by where one is, you must pass through it twice, and every time you pass through it again, it flips over the wrong way. It just makes the game go from not super fun to aggravatingly, aggressively not fun. And after every few levels, you get a bonus level. I don't think we're going to see a bonus level here. I think you need to do 4 levels first. Right? Yeah. But I hate these ones. So, each color, now we're like on the purple board, has a set of, like, I think there's 4... I think it's 5 puzzles per colors, and there's 4 colors for 20 total levels. And these ones, the purple ones, are annoying because they're not really pictures, they're designs. And that's a lot harder for me. Actually, no, this one is not. My mistake. This is the letter H, I believe. Okay, good. Just making sure. There's one of the colors where all the things are designs, and they're my least favorite levels because I have no idea what's happening half the time. So, yeah, the letter H is a little bit weird too, to be honest, but at least, like, you can see that there's a border, and there's things that connect. I need to find, there we go, on the kind of bottom. Careful. It's got a very arcade feel, actually right here, for example, the fact that you start right there, you don't start the level over again, the enemies don't go back to the portals, it's just, nope, here you go, start, and there you go, because it's very arcadey and it's very 2-player simultaneous play. So if you're playing with another person, they're not going to want to start the level over again because you made a mistake. So the game just kind of keeps going. So I like that a lot. We should be seeing our first bonus level now, though. Oh, Bubbles, you're cute. A little dance, Bubble. Oh, still nothing. I guess I'll shut up. It'll appear when it appears. This is the design one, though. I think. I guess it's red. So now it's just like. The good thing is they're for the most part very symmetrical. So what you do on the left, you're going to do on the right, and then you're going to kind of mirror it at the bottom as well, which can be still very difficult because these dang pink trampolines that like to pop up, and you can't grab the pegs of a trampoline. So we get really unlucky in some levels with kind of how things are positioned. Very aggravating. Let's do around the bottom here, away from these urchins. Right now we only have 2 urchins, so it's really not that big a deal. They can go to 3, they can go to 4, it is insane. So the name Clu Clu Land, yeah, it's a little weird, I haven't talked about that yet. I wouldn't be surprised if someone saw that and thought like the main character's name was Clu Clu or something like that, but no. In Japan, kuru kuru is an onomatopoeia for rotating, which I guess makes sense, but I love how, yeah, it's rotating land. It's, there you go. But yeah, that's Clu Clu Land. What a weird way to name your games, but it works. It's a cute name. It's not forgettable. Here's the bonus level. Bonus level is pretty much just get as many of the ingots as you can. I don't know if you can 100% this. I certainly can't. It's very difficult, but basically, in between each peg, there is a blue ingot, or a blue rupee. This whole bonus round will be worth so much to Link. I don't know if they're the exact same graphic, but like, man, it is very close. And I think it's the same colors, especially for the yellow ingot that's like a single rupee. Kind of weird how the green rupee became the 1 rupee. While in the original Zelda, it was the yellow flashing rupee. And then blue rupees were red, and that always, or blue rupees were 5, and that always stuck. But yeah, no, this is the game. Like I said, I never grew up with this, so I'm not amazing at it, but it is hard. It gets difficult, and 1 loop is all I can do. It gets really, really difficult. It gets fast, man. It gets really fast, and the fact that you have to go through each ingot twice, and you gotta make sure not to hit an ingot again, or else it'll like, flip over again, is so aggravating. And this one's either the spade or the tree. I don't know what you'd want to call this. Sometimes it takes a second to see kind of what you're going for. Now the manual actually does have a picture of every level, so if you have one next to you, if you've bought this game, you have the original manual, you can see every level from the manual, and it makes it a lot easier. So that's pretty cool, especially for the design levels where it's not a specific picture. So, but yeah, I guess I was gonna say this is the first black box title we've seen with a named main character, but I guess that's not true. Kind of is, kind of isn't. We did golf last week, and golf, we all like to go, oh, that's Mario playing golf, and I think for the most part in America that's true. In Japan they retconned that or something. In a Wii game called Captain Rainbow, the guy from Golf pops up and is actually a different person, even though I still say it's just a different looking version of Mario. But Bubbles never came back to anything else other than was it Clu Clu Land Versus? Most of the black box games had a Versus version. That was that was for the kind of Nintendo PlayChoice 10 like arcade system. Oh, this is the weird bear one. Yeah, the pearls make eyes, creepy, hypnotic eyes, and the pink makes for the pink trampolines make little eyebrows. It's creepy, but it works. Oh, and at the top there, you'll see where it says last. It shows how many ingots you still need to find. Look at that. That's terrifying. No, thank you. That's a terrifying plushie. I do not like it at all. So that's very helpful, especially on the design ones where you're not sure where you're going or what you're looking for. It's like, alright, well, I only have 2 left. Let's really take a close look at what I've already done and then kind of go in a mirror symmetrical fashion. Yeah, so there's 34 in this one. Plus the timer keeps going too. It's not a slow timer, man. It's already going before you're able to actually move, which is a little insane. Very, very crazy. Yeah, this is just a design one, but I think this is pretty simple. I think what we're seeing is what it is, which just... Oh, no, maybe not. Okay, so it's like 4 rectangles and then a square in the middle. Oh, jeez. It is so scary when they're coming out of their weird little trance there, when they become able to hurt you again, and you're spinning around in a circle, because it's so hard to hit with your weird wave weapon. Little urchins. Cute idea. I mean, you gotta hand it to them. Now, this is not the first maze-like game, Pac-Man-like, I don't know, whatever we want to call it, that Nintendo made, but the first one that they made, we never saw in North America, and that was Shigeru Miyamoto's Devil's World. Devil World or Devil's World? I'm not sure. I don't know if it ever actually got an official release in North America, outside of, like, the Virtual Console and stuff. But basically, it was very much a Pac-Man game. The devil himself would appear at the top of the screen, and he would point, and the maze would move. So, like, you could get squished by the screen. Now, the devil himself, the funny part is he actually appears in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and I think that might have been the first time in North America where the game was referenced. Because he would do the same thing to the Smash Bros. Level, which I think is a really good idea. But the game never came out here because of its outwardly religious tones, and you can tell it was just like, they thought the designs of stuff and crosses and whatnot was cool. Because I don't think Shigeru Miyamoto's a religious person. If he is a religious person, he's definitely not I don't think he's into Christianity. You know what I mean? So, it was a weird design decision. Oh, I'm gonna die, that timer is going. But you had to collect Bibles, and that made your little dinosaur guy be able to pick up the pellet. It's a weird game. I honestly think they could have changed the stuff to make it make sense for the NES, for the North American audience. But I guess they decided no, it wasn't worth the hassle to make it. I think that one would have been more well received than this one. Just change the devil to like a random ogre. Change the Bible to literally anything else. I don't know. It was a weird game, but I think it played a little bit better than this. I've only played that one for a couple seconds as well. But, I mean, I also think one of the reasons why is the character design, I think, was meant to kind of lure the girls into the NES. I mean, that's what Pac-Man was made. Pac-Man was, ooh, I'm doing real good. Pac-Man was sort of made to bring girls into games. You're like, oh, well, I think the official story is, girls like to eat, so I'll make a game about eating. And then they made a cute little character, and Pac-Man was invented, and one of the very first video game characters. And I think they have the same idea with Clu Clu Land and Bubbles, where it's like, let's make the character really cute, and the enemy's really cute, and the idea really cute. I think that was their kind of idea to get girls into the NES, but I highly doubt it worked. I think one of the first successful games to do that, I think, was Centipede, which I think was designed by a woman. And that game was awesome. My mom used to play that like crazy. We used to have in the late 90s, we had a very small, locally owned movie rental store called Midnight Video, which sounds like an adult video store. I know, but it wasn't. I mean, it probably had stuff, but it had old NES and SNES games to rent. Even though at that time the N64 and PlayStation 1 were big, they still had a decent selection of NES games, and my mom would rent Centipede all the time. And we should have just bought it for her, to be really honest. I can't imagine it being expensive. But no, it was pretty fun. That's when I kind of gotten into a lot of retro stuff. What is this? It's just another face. I don't really get it. Elephant? I don't know. Alien? That's kind of when I got into retro gaming a little bit, because emulation wasn't as big as it was just a couple years later. So the only way to play retro games was either you already had the old games, or you had a friend did, or you had an old rental place that still had them. So I remember playing like Solomon's Key and a couple of the older Mega Man games I never got a chance to try out. And that's like when I really thought like, hey man, the PlayStation and the N64 are cool, but like this still stands up. So I think Midnight Video was one of my first bastions of retro gaming. Turns out Kate, my wife, actually used to work there. This is probably after I was going there on a regular basis. Those Sea Urchins, Jesus, is much more dangerous now. I think this is the eyeglasses. Damn, was not paying attention. Yeah, she worked there. Then I moved away, and then when I moved away, apparently the place burned down. So that sucks. So who knows what they did with all those old NESs. All I remember is Kate said that they had a Neo Geo, and they sold it for like $30 when they were getting clearance stuff, and I'm like, damn, I wish I could have been there for that, but come on, almost done. There we go, yeah, eyeglasses, and you have the little portals as eyes. It's a cute idea, like I said, it's not a bad idea. It's just overly difficult to control your character, and that is a problem. A quick squig. But we're getting there. We're doing okay. We got 2 lives left. And then once Bubbles appears, it goes down to 1. So the 0 counts, as I always used to say when I was a kid. This is another kind of weird random design. Looks like we've already figured it out, though. That's good. We're doing the L, and we're also doing the upside down L. We're doing the Waluigi symbol down here. No, we're doing okay. We should be able to do a whole loop. If not, not a big deal. It's not about showing every single level or anything, but it's nice when I can, especially when it's not too long. It's not none of the black box titles really take too long to get through the entire game. We got 14. All right, about 6 more levels. I think it's 21 levels for a full go. Then the difficulty ramps up a little bit. Cherry! Haha. I don't know why they always choose cherries in old arcade games. Like the points and stuff. Collect the fruit! I mean, Pac-Man started it. Everyone just wanted to be Pac-Man. Wouldn't you want to be Pac-Man? It must be crazy to think of how much money those games made back in the day. And how little it cost to make them. And nowadays, games cost so much money that, like, I honestly... I'm worried about GTA 6 and how much money it's gonna make. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's gonna make a stupid amount of money. But I've heard rumors that it's crossed over $1 billion to $2 billion of developmental costs. Now, I don't know if that was just a guy plucking that out of thin air. I don't know how much video games actually cost, right? On that big a level. But what is even that design? But yeah, if that's the case, how many would you need to sell to make that money back, where it's considered successful? I don't even want to think about that. That's why I like my smaller games, you know? Like Balatro. I'm still playing that like crazy. I wonder how much that cost Local Thunk to make. Yeah, back then, man. This was a team of maybe 6 people. 1 person doing graphics, 2 people coding it, maybe. 1 person doing the music, 1 person being the producer or the director or something. That was it. You know? You had a month. I mean, Mega Man 2 was famously made off the clock. It was a passion project. And that was, up until Mega Man 11, the best-selling Mega Man game. So, you never know. Do a little dance, Bubbles. Be proud of all the ingots you're getting. I love how there's not really a story to this, and they're like, we don't even care. What's gonna be the story? Bubbles wanted to make pictures, and the Urchins are like, no. Funny thing is, there probably is a story. Probably should look that up before I did this episode. That's okay. Going fast now, man. What is this one? Oh, is this the clown face? The pluses for eyes. And then like a long rectangle for a mouth. I know it's not really a clown face, but you see where I'm coming from with this, right? That went super smooth. Oh my goodness, that was a great level. Go for... Oh, that's what it looks like. Can make a creeper face out of that. Very Minecrafty. Almost there. We're doing pretty good. 2 deaths left. And I got a bonus. Good for me. Oh, points. I do not care for you, points. It is fun that there's music during the level, though. We never have gotten a lot of games where there's music while the gameplay is happening. Actually, I think this might be the first one. Yeah, it is. Wow, that's crazy to me, really. You think that would just... I don't know. It would be a regular thing, but not every game did that. This is the elephant. Or the butterfly, I don't know. This looks like an elephant to me. Tell me what you think. What does this look like to you? I can see the butterfly, though. The main kind of body and the wings, but it looks like an elephant because the eye's there in the middle. I don't know. Might make it to 100,000 points. That'd be kind of nice. I have no idea what my high score was. Games did not keep track of high scores back then. They say they do, but as soon as you turn it off, there's no battery, keeping track of that. So you pretty much had to write it down or take a picture of your TV. Now you can just take a picture of your phone. Careful. Hate the urchins. At least the urchins are slow, and they don't really seem to be aggressive. They don't really go after you for the most part. That was super close. My gosh. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Screwed up. Last life. Oh, no. We ended up gaining a life. Nice. We still have 2 lives left. That'll teach you if you doubted me. I mean, don't worry. I might screw up still. Just about there. 2 left. 2 left. Ooh. I'm always worried when I have to kind of swirl around the portal, because one wrong move, you're dunked in there, and that's a death. Level 19. And 100,000? Yeah, there we go. I feel good. I feel good about this, I guess. Yeah. And then this is the last level, and then we'll have a bonus round, and I think that's a loop. Jeez, you're so fast. Oh, hate the trampolines. Oh, this is a frustrating one. Yeah, just to get to the bottom, I need to go, like, to the edges here. Because I can't pass through the portals, and there's, like, a trampoline on almost every pathway going downwards. There we go. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that didn't hurt me. But we did okay for lives. If I die here, I think we're probably still really good to go, like, to beat it. Yeah, see, there's that other... Oh, I hate it. At least that stops time. The little hourglass I just got. Well, I still died. Damn. Oh, come on. We're so close. Let's do it. Oh, boy. Okay. 2 more. Just the ones in the middle. Yes. Oh, my gosh. There we go. And I think as long as the next one is the bonus round, I think we've beaten it. Not bad. Not bad. Not a game I think I'll ever play again, though. I do like maze-type games, but this one's... it's fine. It's fine. I appreciate that every level looks different, so I'll give it that. Yep, bonus round, so we did it. So I'll do 1 level of the second loop, just to show you what I mean. That it becomes just not fun anymore. Even if you like the game, I can't imagine it being fun after that first loop. Because of the new special rules they like to impose on the player. Gosh, you're so fast, Bubbles. Not bad. basically 112,000 points. But here we go. We start over again. And again, it's still randomized. It's still random the levels you're going to get. At least I'm pretty sure it is. And we're nice and slow again. But you see, if I go over an ingot, the second time it flips it over to be blank, which is very, very aggravating. Look at that. Oh, it's annoying. So at least you can still see it. It doesn't disappear. It just doesn't count anymore. So this is the eagle, it looks like, which we've done. I don't think you get to see every design by doing 1 loop, because there's 20 designs, but with all the bonus rounds, I think you only do like 16 designs for a loop. So this is a repeat design. It's so aggravating. So like I said, because of that, though, it makes it just a lot less fun. So you just gotta be more strategic, which is fine for a game where you could afford to be strategic. This game offers you no time for that, so... Thankfully, I'm going very slow right now, so it's sort of possible at the moment. And there we go. We found everything. Now we need to set everything right. Which is very aggravating. There we go. To cross around here, and then we'll cross again. Made a mistake. Easily rectified. There we go. And that is the second loop, which I'm not going to do. We're just going to let it go now. Thank you, Bubbles, for your help in whatever the heck this game is supposed to be. That is enough for you. 117,000. Yeah, I'm okay with that score. But yeah, no, I hope you enjoyed this. This is very different. Clu Clu Land was the first wacky, out-there game for the NES, based on the Japanese chronological order. One of the 17 launch titles for the NES on October, 18th, 1985. But yeah, with that, we'll go back to something a little bit more realistic for file number 9, Excite Bike. I'm Phil in the Blanks. See you next level. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this episode, click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to know when the next episode is up. If you want to support my channel, share some videos with some friends and consider supporting me on Patreon.